Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be talking about creating audio or podcasts as a product. And so, similar to ebooks, audio or creating podcasts is very, very simple. You really don't need too much to do a podcast or create audio. So there's going to be a little bit of software and some hardware to get you set up. But the first thing is let's talk about software. The first thing that I like to use is called Audacity. It's just audacity.sourceforge.net, and you can download it for Mac. You can download it for Windows as well. And it does everything, basically recording and editing sound. And so I like to record, especially when I'm doing any type of voiceover work or whatever. I'll use Audacity as well. So it's great. It's a good software. It's free. And it'll export nicely into MP3 or WAV format, which are the two big formats for doing audio. Okay, if you're gonna do like interviews and you want to do them on Skype, you can use something called Pamela for Skype, which I believe. Let me see exactly how much it costs. I think it's let's see, $35 for the professional version. So it's fairly inexpensive, and it integrates directly with Skype. And you can record you can record your sessions, and you can even do like little sound players like applause, baby crying, cheer, kind of like what they do on the radio. So this is a pretty cool application. It's great for doing Skype interviews. You could also just do, if you have GoToWebinar or a Google Hangout, you can just extract the audio from one of those if you wanted to. So that's up to you. But Audacity and Pamela for Skype are really the two main pieces of software that I use. And then for hardware, I use the Samson G-Track condenser mic. So like that's the one I'm using right now. It's just plugged into my computer, and it works great for doing any type of screencasts or voiceovers or interviews or webinars. It really, it's great for anything, and it's $100. Or if you're on the go and you want to do an interview with someone, maybe you're at a conference or whatever it may be, they have really nice portable digital recorders. The Zoom H4 is really nice. It's about $200. You can find cheaper ones. I mean, you can go to like an Office Max or a Best Buy or something like that, and they have some for like $50 or $100, and it'll give you some good audio, and you just connect it into the computer, and it'll export usually into WAV format. But Audacity also will convert WAV to MP4 or vice versa, depending on what format you want. Okay. Now, another thing you can do, if you're doing an interview or you're doing a podcast, is you can go over to Fiverr and do a search for podcast intro, and there's all sorts of people that'll create podcast intros for you. They're audio editors. That's their profession, and so the people will do this for $5, $10, and just helps to put that much more another level of professionalism on your podcast. Okay, another product that we use is called Blueberry PowerPress podcasting plugin. That's a mouthful, but it's a free WordPress plugin. And what's really cool about this is it integrates with iTunes, so you can upload your audio to this, and you can add it into your iTunes podcast. And so this is really nice. It allows, it has all different supported formats. They have little podcast players that you can embed on a WordPress site. So this is a really nice plugin that we use. And if you're going to have a podcast, you might as well upload it to iTunes so people can listen to it, on their phones or on their desktop. They can subscribe to it. And Russell Brunson does this, and it's really cool. He's been doing 94. He's already done 94 podcasts, and he made it free, but you can charge if you want to, and you can view it in iTunes. And I'll just press play so you can kind of see what one of them's like.
Hey everyone, it's Russell Brunson, and I welcome you to another Marking Your Car. Hey everyone, it's been a little while since I've done one of these. Been super busy, and was actually out till like 3 o'clock last night.
So you can see there, that was just a pretty basic intro, but it gives it a little bit more spice to his podcast. So you could do some sort of an intro like that. So again, similar to an ebook, audio is actually pretty basic. There's really not much you need to worry about. It's most of you will probably be able to do just basic editing in a program like Audacity. If you need someone to do your edits for you, you can go on Fiverr and talk to one of those guys that do audio editing. Just give them the actual raw file and let them do the editing for you. Okay, and then you can upload it to wherever you want. It could be Amazon S3. It could just be your server, wherever you want to host the audio file. Okay. So that is the hardware, the software, and the different resources that you can use to create podcasts and just create overall audio.